You've heard of razor blades and Halloween candy, right?
What if I told you the real snack scares were even weirder?
From lethal Pixy Stix in Texas to arsenic mints in Victorian England. From exploding pop rocks to diet chips accused of wrecking your insides. We've blamed beavers for vanilla, bugs for candy color, and sodas for everything else. Governments have literally banned chocolate eggs and even chewing gum over panic. Parents X-ray candy, schools outlaw chips, and rumors outlive the snacks themselves. Some of these stories are true horrors, others are pure urban legend. So let's dive into 39 food panics that turned simple snacks into scandals. The cyanide Pixy Stix case that haunted Halloween. A Houston boy died after Halloween candy turned deadly. In 1974, Timothy O'Brien ate a Pixy Stix at home. His father, Ronald Clark O'Brien, had handed it out. Police soon found similar candy given to other children. Investigators traced the trail to a neighborhood Halloween walk. The Pixy Stix were quietly tampered with long beforehand. Life insurance policies made the motive feel chillingly simple. Texas jurors listened as prosecutors unraveled his night step by step. That one case fueled decades of candy tampering fears. Halloween candy razor blade panic that wouldn't die. Parents started X-raying candy because a rumor spread fast. Each October in the 1970s, razor blades haunted apples. Police departments across the U.S. took calls late into nights. But case after case ended with relatives, not strangers. Several investigations traced the blades back inside the home. City hospitals saw panicked families arrive with pillowcases of treats. Experts kept repeating, mass tampering was vanishingly rare, actually. Yet the story stuck, because Halloween already feels like chaos. Even today, it shapes how neighborhoods treat trick-or-treating still. The 1858 arsenic candy disaster that poisoned Bradford. A sweet shop mistake turned Bradford streets into a disaster scene. In 1858 England, peppermint humbugs were selling like warm bread. A supplier mixed up arsenic powder with a harmless filler. Families bought the candies, then collapsed within hours at home. Doctors and constables sprinted between back-to-back houses all evening. When the recipe was traced, a candy batch revealed the switch. Bradford funerals followed, and the town demanded tighter food control. The episode became a warning tale for Britain's new regulators. It also proved snacks can become poisons by simple error. The Pop Rocks and soda myth that killed Mikey. A kid's candy rumor bankrupted trust faster than sugar melts. In the 1970s, Pop Rocks met cola in schoolyards. People swore Mikey from the Life cereal ads died. But John Gilchrist, the actor, was alive and confused. The candy's maker flooded phone lines with worried parents. Stores pulled bags anyway because fear sells itself too. Science never found exploding stomachs, just popping candy and fizz. Still, playground storytelling beat lab results every single time. Decades later, the myth survives like gum under desks. Beaver Castoreum vanilla flavor rumor that grossed everyone out. One gross ingredient rumor made vanilla taste suspicious overnight. Castoreum comes from beavers, not orchids or tropical pods. Online posts claimed it hides in ice cream and candy. In reality, it's rare, expensive, and usually used in perfume. The same confusion hits civet coffee and musk myths. Food labels list natural flavors, which sounds like a cover. Flavor chemists swap in vanillin, a common vanilla molecule. So the beaver story spreads because it's weirdly memorable.
Olestra Wow chips that sparked bowel disaster headlines.
A diet chip promised freedom, then caused bathroom panic. In the late 1990s, Lay's Wow chips hit stores.
Their secret was Olestra, a fat substitute you can't digest.
Then stomach complaints flooded, and jokes traveled faster than checks. Frito-Lay added warning labels, which only fueled the legend.
Procter & Gamble defended it, citing testing and approvals.
Sales fell, and Wow quietly disappeared from many aisles. It's a reminder, changing fat can change everything else. The MSG Chinese restaurant syndrome scare that spread worldwide. A food scare turned one seasoning into a global villain. In 1968, Dr. Robert Homan Kwok wrote in. He described numbness after Chinese restaurant meals, blaming MSG. Soon, people avoided takeout, yet ate MSG and chips unknowingly. Later studies struggled to trigger symptoms without huge doses. Scientists noted some people react to many foods, not one. Meanwhile, the warning stuck hardest to Chinese-American businesses. Today, MSG is back, but the old label lingers. Kinder Surprise eggs banned over hidden toy hazards. A chocolate egg became contraband at U.S. airports once. Ferrero's Kinder Surprise hides a toy inside a hollow shell. In the United States, food laws forbid non-food objects inside. Customs officers began seizing eggs, like tiny sugary bootleg. It's candy, yes, but also a lesson in legal fine print. Crushed bugs used for red candy coloring, outrage. A pink snack suddenly had people asking, is this bugs? Carmine dye comes from cochineal insects harvested and dried. It colors candies, yogurts, and drinks a bright natural red. When labels started naming it, consumers felt tricked and angry. In the US, Starbucks faced backlash over insect-derived strawberry color. Vegans and allergy watchers demanded clarity, not vague natural flavors. Companies swapped to beet or synthetic dyes, depending on taste. The twist is, insects are ancient food, just unseen here. Now the outrage returns whenever a label finally tells truth. Red dye number 2 candy scare that triggered a ban. One red dye vanished, and candy counters changed overnight. Red dye number 2, called amaranth, colored everything from gum. In the 1970s, cancer fears from animal studies hit headlines. The FDA moved to ban it, and manufacturers scrambled. Bright reds turned duller, and new formulas tasted slightly different. Some companies quietly switched to carmine, restarting the bug debate. Others embraced Red 40, which later sparked its own worries. Kids barely noticed, but parents watched ingredients like detectives. Food dyes became culture war symbols, hiding inside fun snacks. Lead in imported candy scares that targeted kids' treats. A tiny treat triggered recalls because heavy metals showed up. Investigators kept finding lead in some imported chili and tamarind candies. The risk often came from wrappers, ink, or contaminated ingredients. Parents in California and Texas swapped brands like trading cards. Some popular lollipops were pulled, then reappeared with new packaging. Food agencies warned that kids absorb lead more easily than adults. Importers blamed one-off suppliers, but shoppers remembered whole countries. The twist is the candy looked safe, bright, and familiar. Now, many families check origin labels before buying spicy sweets. The peanut butter salmonella outbreak that emptied shelves. One factory's shortcuts made peanut butter the nation's worry. In the late 2000s, salmonella cases pointed toward peanut products. Peanut Corporation of America shipped paste to countless brand names. Investigators found dirty conditions and test results that were ignored. Stuart Parnell, the executive, became the face of the scandal. Recalls snowballed from jars to crackers, cookies, and cafeteria snacks. Families tossed pantry staples, unsure what brands used the paste. Courtrooms later replayed emails, making the negligence feel personal. Afterward, peanut labels looked ordinary, but trust was cracked. Cadbury chocolate salmonella scandal that rocked the UK. Britain's favorite chocolate faced a crisis no ad could fix. In 2006, Cadbury traced salmonella to a facility in England. Chocolate felt untouchable, so the news landed like a slap. Products were pulled, and shoppers stared at empty purple displays. Health officials linked illnesses, while Cadbury hunted the contamination source. Factory changes followed fast, plus fines that bruised the brand. For many Brits, dairy milk was comfort, not a gamble. The twist was simple. Even chocolate can carry invisible hitchhikers. Since then, food safety talk follows every big Cadbury launch. Mini jelly cup choking scares that triggered sudden bans. A palm-sized jelly snack became a choking nightmare for parents. Mini cup jellies were sold in bright lychee and mango flavors. Many used konjac, a plant gel that stays stubbornly firm. Kids popped them whole because the cups looked like toys. Tragedies in several countries pushed regulators to ban the mini size. Warnings spread through Asian groceries and immigrant neighborhoods across America. Manufacturers reformulated, added swallow slow labels, and redesigned packaging quickly. The twist is the danger wasn't poison, just physics. Even now, those little cups spark warnings at checkout. Microwave popcorn. Popcorn lung scare over butter flavoring. A buttery smell at work turned into lifelong breathing damage. At a Missouri microwave popcorn plant, workers inhaled flavoring dust daily. Doctors later called it bronchiolitis obliterans, a rare airway scarring. The culprit spotlight fell on diacetyl, a butter taste chemical. Lawsuits piled up, and the phrase popcorn lung entered culture. Consumers panicked, even though home eating was a different exposure. Manufacturers changed recipes, and workplaces added respirators and ventilation. The twist was, scent equals risk only in the wrong setting. It became a lesson in hidden dangers behind familiar smells. Caramel coloring cancer scare that made cola recipes change. Caramel coloring gives soda its brown look, not its taste. Concerns focused on a byproduct called 4-MEI from some processes. California's warning rules pushed Coke and Pepsi to tweak recipes. Shoppers wondered if the same bottle changed at state lines. Scientists argued about dose and risk, while companies stayed careful. Advocacy groups tested drinks, and headlines made caramel sound sinister. The twist is, color chemistry can trigger fear faster than sugar. Today, ingredients lists get scanned like clues in a mystery. Acrylamide in potato chip scare that hit the headlines. A potato chip got linked to a chemical made by heat. In 2002, Swedish researchers reported acrylamide forming in fried foods. It appears when sugars and an amino acid brown together. Suddenly, fries, toast, and chips looked like quiet lab experiments. Regulators asked companies to reduce it without banning comfort food. Snack makers adjusted temperatures, times, and potato varieties behind scenes. Consumers heard the word carcinogen and imagined instant danger. The twist is, The same browning makes food smell amazing. Now, golden brown is still loved, but also quietly doubted. Coca-Cola's cocaine past that shocked early reformers. A famous soda began as a nerve tonic with drugs. In 1880s Atlanta, Dr. John Pemberton mixed coca leaves and cola. Early Coca-Cola carried coca alkaloids before authorities tightened rules. Temperance-era customers sipped it at soda fountains, not saloons. As scrutiny grew, the company removed cocaine but kept coca flavor. The marketing shifted from medicine to refreshment, with red signs everywhere. People love the twist. The world's biggest brand started weird. It also shows how regulation can reshape everyday recipes. Next sip, remember the past hiding inside that sweet fizz. 7-Up's lithium ingredient, that sounds like a joke. A lemon-lime soda once advertised a mineral used in medicine. Early 7-Up began as bib-label lithiated lemon-lime soda drink. Lithium citrate was added, sold as a mood-lifting tonic. This was America's patent medicine era, when fizzy cures felt normal. Eventually, regulators and new science pushed lithium out of sodas. The name 7-Up stayed, while the formula became plain refreshment. Fans still share old ads, stunned by the ingredient list. The twist is, your grandparents drank it like health advice. Now it's just soda, but history keeps bubbling up. The Mountain Dew testicle shrink myth that went viral. A neon soda got blamed for anatomy rumors across the internet. The Mountain Dew myth spread in chain posts and locker rooms. Some claimed yellow 5 or dew chemicals caused infertility in men. Others pointed at brominated oils, confusing labels with flame retardants. Teen jokes turned into fake medical warnings shared by concerned parents. No solid evidence supported shrinking claims, yet the meme kept growing. PepsiCo later removed some ingredients anyway, feeding the suspicion loop. The twist is, fear spreads easier when it sounds embarrassing. So the rumor lingers, long after the label quietly changed. Brominated vegetable oil soda scare that drove reformulations. An ingredient name made soda sound like a chemistry accident. Brominated vegetable oil, or BVO, kept citrus flavors from separating. Activists highlighted its bromine, comparing it to industrial flame retardants. In Europe and Japan, rules already limited or banned BVO. American teens launched petitions aiming at Mountain Dew and other sodas. Brands reformulated, and suddenly the internet claimed victory everywhere. Scientists said dose matters, yet the label still looked scary. The twist is BVO was mostly about texture, not flavor. Now people scan for BVO like it's a hidden trap. The saccharine cancer scare that marked diet sodas. Diet soda became suspicious when tiny packets carried cancer warnings. In the 1970s, rat studies linked saccharin to bladder tumors. The U.S. added warning labels, turning sweetener into a headline. Coffee drinkers tore open pink packets, then hesitated mid-stir. Companies fought bans, arguing people are not rats in cages. Years later, research shifted and regulators removed the cancer label. But the suspicion stayed because warnings are hard to unsee. The twist is the drama happened over something used in drops. Even now, some people refuse saccharin like it's cursed. Aspartame panic that turned diet drinks into villains. A blue diet soda can became the villain in emails. Aspartame arrived as NutraSweet, sweetening drinks without sugar calories. Soon, rumors linked it to headaches, seizures, and every symptom. Talk shows and chain messages shared scary lists, often with errors. Regulators reviewed studies repeatedly, while consumers chose sides at checkout. Some people truly felt reactions. Others drank it daily feeling fine. Brands added alternatives like sucralose and stevia to calm customer. The twist is uncertainty tastes bitterer than any artificial sweetener. So aspartame debates keep resurfacing whenever diet culture heats up. High fructose corn syrup panic that haunted snack labels. A cheap syrup became the scapegoat for America's sweet tooth. High fructose corn syrup spread through sodas, breads, and snacks. People heard fructose and imagined pure poison, not ordinary calories. Corn farmers, soda brands, and nutritionists argued on daytime TV. Then products bragged made with real sugar like it was virtue. Chemically, experts noted, table sugar and HFCS look pretty similar. Still, the corn syrup label became a red flag in stores. The twist is the panic often ignored portion size entirely. Now, the same snack gets judged by whichever sugar it uses. Red 40, hyperactivity panic that targeted kids' candy. A bright red candy became suspect when kids bounced off walls. In America, Red 40 colors everything from gummies to sports drinks. In the 1970s, Dr. Ben Feingold urged cutting dyes and additives. Parents tried elimination diets, tracking tantrums like little experiments. Later research suggested some children may be sensitive to certain colors. The UK pushed warning labels, while the US mostly held steady. Food companies offered dye-free versions, yet kept neon originals too. The twist is, parents notice patterns, even when science debates. So candy aisles now split into bright fun and quiet clean. McDonald's worm burger rumor that wouldn't go away. A fast food legend claimed worms were cheaper than beef. The McDonald's worm burger rumor spread long before social media. People pictured grinders backstage turning worms into patties at night. Fact-checkers noted worms aren't cheaper, and they taste wrong. Still, the story fit fears about factories and mystery ingredients. McDonald's got asked constantly, which only made it seem believable. Kids repeated it at lunch like a dare to disgust friends. The twist is, the myth survived even after kitchens went open. Today, it's a reminder how rumors stick to famous logos. The pink slime nugget panic that hit lunchrooms. School lunches erupted when meat processing got a nasty nickname. Lean, finely textured beef came from trimmings, spun and separated. Processors treated it with ammonia to kill bacteria, then mixed it. Critics called it pink slime, and the phrase did the damage. Parents demanded answers from USDA menus, and districts dropped it quickly. Farm states pushed back, saying it reduced waste and kept prices down. Students just saw burgers, while adults fought over processing details. The twist is the same product sounded safe until renamed. Now any weird term can derail a whole supply chain. Sugar-free gummy bears that became a viral cautionary tale. A harmless-looking candy bag went viral for bathroom consequences. Sugar-free gummy bears often use sugar alcohols like maltitol. Some stomachs handle them fine, others revolt after a handful. Online reviews became legendary, describing surprise sprints to the toilet. Haribo sold a sugar-free version that became the meme's mascot. The chemistry is simple. These sweeteners pull water into the gut. People laughed, yet it also scared parents buying candy for trips. The twist is the warning was crowdsourced, not printed. Now many shoppers read sweetener lists like survival guides. Flamin' Hot Cheetos blamed for stomach scares in schools. A spicy snack became a schoolyard suspect for stomach pain. Flamin' Hot Cheetos arrived like confetti dusted in chili powder. Teachers banned them, blaming red fingers and drama at recess. Rumors claimed ulcers and hospital trips, often without solid proof. Kids traded small bags like currency, making the taboo stronger. Doctors warned spicy foods can irritate some stomachs, especially empty. The brand leaned into heat, while parents tried to cool it. The twist is, banning snacks often makes them more desirable. So, Flamin' Hot stayed iconic, even as schools fought it. Takis and spicy chips accused of eating your stomach. Another spicy chip got accused of eating holes in stomachs. Takis rolled into tight blue bags, screaming heat and limon. Parents heard scary stories after kids binged them on empty lunches. Some ER visits involved irritation, but the internet turned it monstrous. Newsletters warned of ulcers, while kids posted challenge videos. The culprit is usually acid and spice, not melting your organs. Snack companies kept selling, and schools kept banning in a loop. The twist is, moderation sounds boring, but it works. Takis became a symbol of teen taste and adult panic. Candy cigarettes that sparked decades of moral outrage. A sweet that looked like cigarettes made parents furious for decades. Candy cigarettes showed up with paper wrappers and chalky white sticks. Kids pretended to puff, copying movie stars and older cousins. Health advocates said it normalized smoking before kids understood addiction. Some countries restricted them, and stores moved them behind counters. Manufacturers rebranded them as Candy Stix, sometimes dropping the name. Still, the shape alone carried the message, even without branding. The twist is the toy was edible, so adults debated harder. Today, you can trace the backlash to how marketing targets kids. Singapore's chewing gum ban that made headlines worldwide. In Singapore, chewing gum became a crime scene problem. In the early 1990s, gum vandals kept jamming subway doors. The government responded by banning sales and imports of chewing gum. Tourists learned fast because customs officers asked about gum packs. Locals joked it was stricter than candy rules anywhere else. Later, therapeutic nicotine gum was allowed under tight pharmacy rules. Clean stations became the payoff, with sparkling platforms and fewer messes. The twist is a snack habit collided with city infrastructure. Even now, the gum ban stays a worldwide fun fact. Four Loko caffeine alcohol panic that led to crackdowns. A party can become notorious after nights ended in ambulances. Four Loko mixed alcohol with added caffeine and other stimulants. College towns saw blackouts because people felt awake while drunk. Attorneys general demanded changes, and the FDA questioned the formula. Fusion projects defended the drink, but pressure kept building. By 2010, Four Loko removed added caffeine to keep selling. Fans complained it was weaker, while critics said it was safer. The twist is the danger came from mixed signals, not taste. The Four Loko story still warns about energy and alcohol combos. Monster Energy Drink, Satanic Symbol Panic on social media. A claw mark logo sparked a supernatural panic on YouTube. A viral preacher video claimed it hid 666 in Hebrew letters. People connected it to sponsorships at motocross and late-night gaming. Monster's marketing ran edgy, which made the theory feel plausible. The company said it was just a stylized monster scratch. Fans joked harder, posting cans beside Bibles and metal playlists. The twist is, symbols mean different things to different crowds. So a drink became a debate, powered by attention and caffeine. The Twinkies last forever preservative myth debunked. When Hostess collapsed, people hoarded Twinkies like doomsday rations. The myth said Twinkies never rot, surviving centuries in a drawer. In reality, their shelf life is weeks, not geological time. But preservatives and plastic wrap made them feel like immortal sponge cake. People filmed experiments, leaving Twinkies in jars to prove theories. Most outcomes were just drying and mold, depending on humidity. The 2012 shortage added drama because nostalgia tastes like childhood. The twist is the legend outlived the actual recipe changes. Now, Twinkie immortality is a punchline, not a fact. E-Number's additive panic that put Britain on alert. Britain shoppers saw E-Numbers and pictured lab coats. In Europe, additives get codes like E102 instead of long names. That numbering felt secretive, even when it meant simple vitamin C. Parents swapped lists, crossing out colors, sweeteners, and preservatives. Supermarkets sold E-free products, treating normal chips like suspect contraband. Scientists tried explaining toxicology, but the codes sounded like robots. Some additives were controversial, others harmless, yet panic grouped them together. The twist is, a code can frighten more than a chemical. Even now, E-Numbers still trigger that old suspicious feeling. Sugary cereal moral panic over cartoon mascots. Cartoon mascots helped sell breakfast, then got blamed for obesity. Saturday morning ads promised fun, while bowls filled with sugar. Parents complained the cartoons bypassed them and hooked kids directly. Schools debated which cereals belonged in cafeterias and which belonged nowhere. Companies started adding whole grains, keeping mascots smiling anyway. Some countries discussed restricting kid marketing, while brands redesigned boxes. The twist is the same mascot can sell both sugar and fiber. Today, cereal aisles look like cartoons arguing with nutrition labels. Junk food in schools panic that banned vending snacks. One school vending machine became a battleground over what kids eat. In many U.S. districts, soda contracts brought money for sports. Then, nutrition campaigns pushed back, calling chips and cola empty calories. Parents demanded limits, while principals worried about funding gaps. Some schools removed vending, others replaced candy with baked snacks. Students found loopholes, buying soda off campus before first period. Government guidelines changed, and cafeteria menus got new rules. The twist is, kids rebelled, making broccoli feel like punishment. Now, schools still negotiate between health, money, and real life. Black licorice blood pressure warnings that shocked snack fans. A classic candy got a medical warning that surprised everyone. Black licorice flavor often comes from licorice root, not anise. The compound glycyrrhizin can lower potassium and raise blood pressure. In 2020, a Massachusetts man reportedly died after eating lots daily. Doctors warned older adults and heart patients to be especially cautious. Suddenly, Halloween licorice bags felt less playful and more serious. Candy makers pointed to serving sizes, while consumers Googled symptoms. The twist is the danger depends on amount and body chemistry. So a vintage treat reminded everyone that plants can be powerful.